Today I'm going to feature the BYD Dolphin, but this one is a high spec model which is the extended range. So extended range basically means it has more range and bigger battery pack. A little bit details about the BYD Dolphin. The BYD Dolphin is essentially a B plus to C segment hatchback. As you can see in terms of the sizing, it's near to the Volkswagen Golf, but it's slightly smaller, but it's bigger than the usual B segment hatchback that you can find in Malaysia. For example, the Honda City hatchback as well as the Toyota Yaris. Today I'm going to bring you around the tour about this BYD Dolphin extended range model. Before we start, let's start with a technical specification of this car. So basically, as I mentioned, it comes with two specs. One will be the standard range, another one will be the extended range model. So the most notable difference between the base model as well as the extended range in terms of the battery pack. The standard range gets 44.9 kilowatt hour of battery capacity, and this extended range model basically gets 60.48 kilowatt hour of battery. So it's similar to the BYD Atto 3 in terms of their battery capacity. And the driving range also are very significantly different. The standard range could go around 410 kilometers, and the extended range will be 490 kilometers. But of course, it will be changed based on your driving behavior. If you drive it like the sports car, obviously the range will be very less. And 0 to 100 has a notable difference, almost 2 times. The standard range 0 to 100 takes 12.3 seconds. The extended range only half of it, 7 seconds. So you can imagine 7 seconds in this small little hatchback, it could be very scary. Now without further ado, let's bring you a tour to the exterior styling. So the BYD Dolphin in China is marketed as a small hatchback. So obviously it's marketed to a more practical hatchback. And this has a dual tone color for the extended range. And as you can see out there, there's a very cute pink color, and it has a grey kind of dual tone design. So the BYD Dolphin actually gets some combination in terms of the dual tone color scheme. And this is something like ocean blue design, which is similar to the BYD Seal. Personally, I think this looks very nice and it suits the ocean theme of the BYD family, because as the name suggests, a dolphin. So right here, this is your main headlights together with daytime running lights. So it has adaptive headlight as well. And the grille right there, BYD doesn't just leave it blank. Actually, you can see there's a lot of design patterns going on to make the front look very stylish, because this car is marketed as a stylish hatchback. As you can see the color scheme out there. So for the extended range, you get full ADAS system, including the adaptive cruise control with stop and go function, as well as a 360 front camera. Later I'll show you the resolution of this is very impressive for the price of this car. So at the side is the extended range gets a bigger size rim. So it's measured in 205, 50, 70 inch. Back then 70 inch you can find in SUV, but right now in a small hatchback like this, it's already using 17 inch. So you can imagine now the car has grown so much. So here's the side profile of the BYD Dolphin. Personally, I think the silhouette of this car looks very natural. Doesn't have any awkward linings going on. And right here you get the 360 side cameras. And the door handle is something like the new generation BMW. It's those open upward instead of open outwards, like the BYD M6 right there. One good thing for the Dolphin is you get front and rear disc brakes no matter what variant you get, which is good because EV, they have instant torque, so they need to have enough stopping power to stop this car. And the CP right here has some very nice patterning. It related to the front grille right there. So up there for the extended range, you get the panoramic sunroof, which is very nice. And here's the rear look of the Dolphin. Let me open up the headlights and show you the rear. You can see there's a lot of designs going on instead of just one line like the usual trend of car makers right now. All designs are one horizontal line, but BYD make an effort to design Dolphin with this very nice, something like a DNA kind of patterning, which looks very nice. And this, I suppose, is the rear fog lights, and this is your signal indicators and your reverse beam. And you get rear parking sensors, and a bumper right there gets a mixture of blue and gloss black, which makes the car look even more interesting. And this being a hatchback, obviously you get a rear wiper as well as a rear spoiler to increase the sportiness of the car. Okay, now let's get inside the car. So you get keyless entry for the Dolphin. This is very standard. And you also get NFC key card if you buy the Dolphin. So right here for the extended range, you get power seats. So you get 6-way of adjustment. You only loses out on the lumbar support, which I understand for a segment of this car. It's meant to be town usage because 490 of range, you can basically use it for 5 to 6 days for only one charge. So the seat right here is a semi-bucket design and it has full leather. Let's sit inside. It is very plush. All BYD seats I have to praise is the comfort. It's very plush. So now let's close the door. Even though this is a B segment car, but the door closing sound is very solid, on par with something like a Proton S70. So right here you get some leather padding, very soft. Right here you get a leather armrest together with white stitching. So if you rest your hand for long journey or town usage, it is very comfortable, I tell you. So all 4 windows get automatic down and up. And you get a central locking, and you get a electronic mirror folding, and there's a blind spot monitoring triangle as you can see. So safety feature of this car has no introduction, is very complete for the segment of this car. So here's the interior look, very typical BYD design, from the steering wheel, from the screen, and I can say this is the generation of the Atto 3 instead of the Seal as well as the Sea Lion 7, because they have a more squarish design in terms of the meter cluster. As you can see, the dashboard, there's a very large holes right here. Maybe it's BYD to design to look like ocean, the fish fins or whatnot, so they design it like this. Maybe you can store your items, something like tissue box here, because it holds it quite sturdy, I would say. And the aircon vents you can twist to close. It has a very satisfying clicks. So here's the signal stock, it's on the right, okay, just like any other Japanese made car. And get auto headlights, very nice. So the steering controls, you get different kind of adjustment, because now the car is charging, so I can't operate the buttons, but you can listen to the clicks.
Here are some commands you can.
Here's to adjust the volume and to mute. So very satisfying clicks. Here's to houses the advanced driver assistance feature. This is for your lane keep assist. This is for adaptive cruise control. This is to adjust the distance to the car in front you. And here I have to show you the 360 camera. You get multiple angles to see, and you get a 3D view as well. Very smooth to the operation and very high res. So I have no complaints in terms of the pricing of this car. Although Malaysia is one of the countries that sells a slightly expensive compared to China market, but for the spec like this, you can't get it in any other Japanese rival, which I do agree. And the function is fairly simple, it includes Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Spotify, so and so forth. So I do not spend too much time on this. You can try out yourself in the showroom. Right here is the tray to put your phone. Okay, it's rubberized. And here is where the specialty of the BYD Dolphin is. It's a toggle switch, which means everything, instead of push, you push down, you push up. As you can see, even a hazard, and this is your automatic climate. And here's the gear stock. So to put into D, just put your foot on the brake and push it down. To reverse, push it upward. And to P, just press on the sides. Okay, here you have a manual volume controls, okay, which is good because nowadays most cars are doing touchscreen, which is not very user friendly in my opinion. Down here you get some power outlet including Type C and SD cards, and it has a lid. Open up is another storage space. I kind of appreciate because they put a light down here, so in night time it's easier for you to find your stuff. Right here you get 2 cup holders, electronic parking brake with auto hold, traction control off. Here's your wireless charging, and you do not have armrests, okay, but you still get a very big hole to store your handbags for ladies. Here, it deep down rather slow, which is quite elegant. The glove box is very huge in size. Okay, and for the extended range, you get a panoramic sunroof. You can operate just by touch it to open and close. It's fully powered and automatic. How often you see a panoramic sunroof in a small hatchback? So I think this is one of the plus points for the Dolphin extended range. And right here you get venting mirror with a light for both sides, complete. Okay, let me adjust my seat position so I can show you the back seat of the car. So here's the back seat of the BYD Dolphin extended range. Door opening is rather wide, so ingress and egress is fairly simple. And when you sit inside, you can notice that the seat bench is not short length, okay? In this segment, many cars want to give you a very spacious legroom. They will actually cut spec in terms of the seat length. But in the Dolphin, I still get adequate amount of thigh support. One thing not very nice is it doesn't have a rear aircon vents, but you do get a place to store your cups. Here you have a USB Type A and Type C complete, and you get a central armrest and 2 cup holders and 3 individual headrests and ISOFIX. So safety wise and comfort, this seat cushion right here is very soft, so it rests your head quite comfy. And right here you still get a lot of seat pockets. So practicality wise, I have no complaints in terms of the Dolphin given at this segment. Door handle is finished in black and the operation is rather smooth. Here you still get some leather padding with white stitching. Right here you still get some space to store your items. Of course, majority of the part is hard plastic because these segments don't expect too much soft touch. So let me show you the boot. So the boot space is fairly around the size of the Toyota Yaris or a Prodo Myvi. Down here is the spot for you to store your charging cables, and there's a light. No power boot given at this segment. So yeah, this is basically the walk around video of this BYD Dolphin extended range. So if you're interested in this car, do come over to Car Progression to check out the car. So I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe, like and share my videos. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.